All right, welcome back to Stock Tricks with Nick for this week's Breakout Watchlist from March 8th to March 12th. In this video, I'll be covering 8 stocks that I think have breakout potential in the following week. Each of the stocks are above their 200-day simple moving average, which itself is in an uptrend. They're 150% or more off their 52-week low, and especially important, they all have high relative strength. So as the market has pulled back the last 3 weeks, especially in the growth names that I trade the most, those stocks have been pulled back 30 to 50% off their highs, while the stocks that I'm going to be covering today have not pulled back more than 25%. So in a market where all the growth stocks are pulling back, these are not getting sold off nearly as much. So when the money starts flowing back into growth stocks, these will move higher. After you're done watching the video, make sure you vote on your favorite on my Twitter account, Stock Trick Nick. There will be a poll that we'll cover in a little bit. If you're coming for a certain stock, each of the stock setups will be timestamped in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 5,000 subs. I think we're about 20 away, and that would be a great milestone. So help me out if you enjoyed the video, and follow me on StockTwits, Twitter, and TikTok. Quick disclaimer, anything that I talk about right now is not financial or trading advice. Trading has financial risk, as you guys have seen the last 3 weeks. Please do your own due diligence before trading. Here's the stock lineup that we're going over today. We got 8 stocks here. The stars represent the stocks that are going to be in my Twitter poll that we'll cover in a second. Doesn't mean that they're the best out of the 8 stocks, just the 4 that I chose for the poll. So here's an example of what I mean by that. I do a Tik Tok Trading challenge each week where whatever I make on TikTok, I put into a trading account and then let you guys vote on these 4 setups. How the votes get allocated is how I invest the money in the upcoming week. So I buy at 8:30 in the morning. I'm Central Time, so I buy right when the market opens on Monday, sell just before the close on Friday, and we'll do that week to week. If this TikTok Trading account beats my own trading account on a weekly compounding basis, I'll be giving away that account at the end of the year. By the way, in 23 days or so, once March wraps up, I will be giving away $100 to a random commenter in the video that I'm tagging right here. That's the TikTok Trading Challenge. All you have to do is drop your TikTok or Twitter handle in that video, and you have a random chance to win. All right, let's get to it. So first we have ADNT. So as you can see, we got the 200-day moving average, the 50-day in red, the 20-day in green, and the 8-day exponential in purple here. We're above that 200. 200's in an uptrend. We're actually above all the metrics. So if you're looking for a stock that's holding up the best, this is definitely one of them. On Friday, we closed right at the high of the day, up 7.3% on Friday. Slightly less volume than the pullback on Thursday, so that's one strike against the chart, but above the 50, above the 20, above the 8. Had a really strong move up until we started basing out here of 140% up. Had that first pullback of 12%, second pullback 19% from the high there. And 2 weeks ago, had a fake breakout, pulled back down. Market's been choppy, but this has held great relative strength. What I'll be looking for is a break over the March 1st high of 38.41 as a possible buy point, right through there. Now, while I'm trading these stocks, whatever position I put on right now, because the market's so volatile, I'm going to be using very small position sizes, call them test buys, of only about 2.5% of my entire portfolio. You guys can trade however you want to trade. That's just how I'm trading. I won't be trying to press my luck too much with the market in this type of environment. A lot of the growth stocks selling off. People are going to be pretty quick to take profits. So a lot of I might put on some test buys this week, 2.5% position sizes, and everything with stop losses of 5 to 7% at most. So that's how I'm attacking ADNT. Next we have FCX. This one, we're above the 8, 20, 50, and 200. So another one holding great relative strength. We did have a minor pullback here with the market, so that was 19%. again, compared to a lot of the other stocks that I trade, 19% is not bad. Has been in a very strong uptrend. You see the 200-day, 50, 28, all there. Similar to ADNT, slightly less volume on Friday as we made higher highs, higher lows, closed at the high of the day, which is promising, up 7% on Friday. What I'll be looking for as a possible buy point is just a break over March 2nd's high of 36.20. That's FCX. Next we have GM, General Motors. Not typically one that I trade, but you got to trade what the market's giving you. And right now, GM is holding up really well. We're above the 20, the 8, 50, and 200. Again, all these stocks are going to be showing the best relative strength compared to the market. And you can see down here, price relativity. This is compared to the NASDAQ QQQ. That's picking up. One thing that I don't like is with all this volatility, ATR, average true range, that measures the daily bars of the last 14 days. That's picking up. And that just makes it hard to put a very tight stop loss of 3 to 5% on names, because even if you buy with the breakout, unless the market is completely done pulling back, there's going to be volatility and you're more likely to get shaken out of a trade during this environment. So that's why I'm trading with very small position sizes, going to be quicker to take partial profits, move stops to entry, and basically be trading very defensively, if at all, this week. But GM, nice move up here. 200-day in an uptrend. Let's see. First pullback. Yeah, only 14% off the highs during this pullback, which second pullback, not as deep, which is good. You kind of get that VCP action, but on a very short term, not as long as you'd like to see during the pullbacks. But what I would be looking for is a break over March 2nd's high of 55.29 is a possible buy point, just right through there. And on Friday, similar to the other two, slightly less volume, but had an inside day, nice close, right back over the 8 and the 20-day moving average. That's GM, and one that you guys can vote on. Next, we have Google, which is holding up the best out of any of the tech names. Has been showing good relative strength even before the pullback. So you could see it gapped up on earnings, held that gap, while not every other, but many other tech names that had great earnings, think about Zoom, those earnings got sold off after a gap up. Google's earnings did not get sold off, held really steady until it pulled back a little bit to the 20-day, and that's when the market was pulling back too, because you could see price relativity right there actually increasing during that pullback. So when the market's not right, all the stocks are going to be pulling back. So we're taking a look at what stocks are showing increases in relative strength while the market pulls back, because if the market does bounce back and kind of firm up, these names are going to be the most likely to really take off. So with Google, a couple different ways to play this. If we open lower on Monday, not sure how likely that is with the stimulus, but if we open lower, you could use the high from Friday, $2,106 as a possible buy point. Otherwise, just a break into all-time highs, which would be 21.45. Both of those are valid buy points. Really good volume Thursday, Friday on green days. And like I said, price relativity, that's incredibly strong in this environment. So definitely one to keep on the watch list, and one that you guys can vote on. Next, we have GPI. This one not as quick as some of the other names. I mean, Google has been a slower mover name, but still very strong of late. But what I really liked about this one is average true range is actually calming down, which you don't see that often in this volatile market. So definitely something to keep note of. Price relativity compared to the Qs picking up. A good volume on Friday as it made higher highs, higher lows, and closed nearly at nearly at a all-time high close. So what I would be looking for is a possible buy point at 159.43, which would be the high on February 24th. So right through here, you kind of have 2 days that are right at that price. It's GPI. Next, we have ORGO. This one, very strong, quick uptrend. Last time it pulled back to the 20-day, it punctured that before taking off another, let's see, 27%. This time we've pulled back, I think it was 21% into the pullback on Friday, but punctured that 20-day, ran up, closed near the high of the day, and back over that 8-day exponential moving average, which is really strong to see. Zooming out, this has been really taking off lately. What I would like to see, if we open lower on Monday, then we could just use the high from Friday as just a normal pullback buy opportunity. Otherwise, I would look for a break over Thursday's high of 1563. So right through there, if we open above the high, otherwise, if we open lower, take out the high of Friday, that would be a valid pullback buy. ORGO. 4 more for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. PAC, P-A-C-K, had earnings on Thursday. I think it was after. Let's see, was it after hours? It doesn't tell me. Anyway, really good volume coming in on the earnings. Got pushed open lower and then rallied up to the 8-day exponential moving average. Good follow through on Friday. Higher highs, higher lows. Again, like I said, good volume. We're above all the moving averages, which is very rare in this environment. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm hoping this one will open lower so we could use Friday's high, 19.99. So a clear break over 20 would be a buy point there. If not, a break over the high from February 10th, which would be 20.47, would be another valid buy point. Ideally, we open lower, just take out the high and $20 right there. That's PACK. Next, we have PRTA. This is an interesting one. Might need a little bit more work, but had this really nice shakeout. Actually, so 156% move up. You see large buying volume the last couple breakouts. Very quiet volume as it pulls back. This is a lighter traded name, by the way, so you can't get as large of a position size on it, but we had a pullback from the top of 23% and then a quick flush under those lows. So anyone that got in on that pullback and had a stop probably got stopped out on Friday as we flushed even further. What was the low on Friday? 1967. So now everyone that's in the trade still has a stop below 1967. Stronger hands there. The 20-day moving average is coming up to provide possible support. What I'd like to see is a day where volume's actually larger on a green day. That would be a good tell that this is kind of done flagging out and is now ready to make a larger bounce. A couple different ways to play this, but I'm going to be pretty safe on this. Wait for a break over 22.66 as a possible buy point. That's the high from the 3rd, March 3rd, right through here. That's PRTA. Next we have RFP, and this was on my watch list last week as well, and has held up great. Kind of trading sideways in a market where growth stocks are getting hit. So you like to see that sideways action as other stocks get sold off. What I would be looking for is a break over 987, which was the high from Wednesday. That in itself could have been a buy point. I was watching it. I didn't pull the trigger, but as long as this stays firmed up, that would be a valid buy point. And zooming out so you get the full picture, 200-day, 50-day, 28, all in the right order. Again, very rare during this environment. And last but not least, we have URI. Same story, 200-day, 50, 28, all in the right order. A nice quiet pullback of 12% off the highs here. One strike against the chart is the volume selling on Thursdays compared to the bounce back on Friday, but we're right near a pivot buy point. So I put the idea on here. Not sure if I'll take the trade myself, but break over 306, the high from March 1st, would be a possible buy point there. So those are the 8 stocks that I'll be covering that are on my breakout watch list. I'm going to be trading very, very defensively this week, if at all. Um, any new trades that I'll be putting on will be a smaller position size, maybe 2.5% of my account. Not really trying to make money this week, just trying to find what stock setups are working. Um, and maybe I put on SQQQ as a hedge for any positions that I put on. Just again, not trying to make a lot of money this week, just trying to get my feelers out, see what's working in the market. Hopefully, we get continuation after the bounce back on Friday, on Monday and Tuesday, and we can just work our way out of this growth slump. But typically, when you get sell-offs like we saw the last 3 weeks, we're going to have some sideways trading action, have some base building periods before we can get going again. So I'm in no rush to get a large position on the market. I'm not trying to catch the bottom. Uh, many people have gotten wiped out by trying to average down into a losing trade that just keeps on losing. So that's something that I'm trying to avoid. Uh, Also, big news for the channel. I will be filming the first 2 episodes of our Trading 101 course tonight, where it'll be for brand new traders or traders trying to go back and try to build their new strategy up after maybe getting too aggressive with the growth stocks. We're going to be talking about the different types of accounts, brokerage, normal brokerage, Roth IRA, traditional IRA, and then a look into the different order types and candle charts. So if you want to look into a Trading 101 course, it's going to be free, just like all the other videos on YouTube that I put, but going to be working on that in the next week. All right, if you like the video, or if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on StockTwits, Twitter, and TikTok. Have a great week.